A very good morning to everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the topic in third unit is about NIST Cloud Reference Architecture. So in this NIST Cloud Reference Architecture, what is the main goal to discuss about this topic is to accelerate the federal government's adoption of secure, and then the effective cloud computing is achieved in NIST Cloud Reference Architecture is mainly to reduce the cost and then to improve the services. So these are all the goals that the NIST Cloud Reference Architecture is aiming to provide in a cloud infrastructure. And then the working group of the NIST architecture is they are given below. Cloud computing target business use cases, and then cloud computing reference architecture and taxonomy, cloud computing standards roadmap, and cloud computing SJACC, that is an acronym which stands for Standards Acceleration to Jumpstart the Adoption of Cloud Computing. So these are the working group of NIST, and then the objectives of NIST cloud architecture are here it mainly provides three service models. So what are those service models are software as service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So this we are going to do with a private cloud, community cloud, public cloud, and then the hybrid cloud. So first we are going to see about what are all the five essential characteristics which is needed for a cloud computing to build its environment. The thing is that we need on-demand self-service and broad network access, resource pooling, and then rapid elasticity and measured services. So these are the basic five essential characteristics that the cloud computing must have to provide its services to the consumers to make it a best way to use it. The project team developed a Strawman model of architectural concepts for the cloud computing, and then the cloud computing reference architecture is provided here. So in this the cloud computing reference architecture, we have cloud consumers, cloud providers, and then cloud brokers, and then cloud carriers are there. So inside a cloud provider we have a service orchestration and then cloud service management. In the cloud orchestration, it tells about the service layers, about software as services, platform as services, and infrastructure as services, and then about the resource abstraction and control layer. So everything which comes under the service orchestration. And then regarding the physical resource layer, it's about the hardware and facility providing for the cloud, which we have been using for the cloud. And then the service management, cloud service management, which comes under the business support, and then provisioning and or configuration the cloud, and then portability or interoperability. So interoperability in the sense means it supports more than one operating systems. So wherever when we are using for a cloud services, the interoperability plays a major role over it. And then security and then privacy also, which comes under the cloud provider layer. And then who are all the cloud brokers are the service intermediation and service aggregation and service arbitrage. So these peoples are the cloud brokers. And then cloud consumers, we know that who provide the cloud network to the users, or those who have been consuming the cloud services are said to be the cloud consumers. And then cloud auditors are the service audit, and then security audit, and then privacy impact audit, and then performance audit. So how far the performance level and then security levels have been there when the cloud services is provided to the particular consumer is measured through the auditors. So those are the cloud auditors. And then how next we are going to see about interaction between the actors in cloud computing. So who are all the major actors in the cloud computing are we have seen about that. So who are all there are cloud consumers, cloud auditors, cloud providers, and cloud brokers. So here in this diagram they shown about the interaction between of four major roles, and then the path also they have mentioned that. So the communication path between cloud provider and then a cloud consumer is mentioned, and then communication path is established between cloud auditor to collect the auditing information. So that is the work of the cloud auditor. And then communication path for a cloud broker to provide service to a cloud consumer. So that's a main work for a broker to provide the service to the cloud consumer without any interrupt on accessing the network. So next the thing is about the usage scenario for cloud brokers. They have mentioned it. So from where we are getting the cloud is from consumers. They are getting the access through the brokers, cloud brokers, and from cloud brokers how they are getting is through the cloud providers. So cloud provider 1 and cloud provider 2, that is clearly mentioned in the diagram. And then next is about how far we are getting the encrypted connection, so that we need to discuss it. So through the cloud consumer they are getting the security layer, that is the auditor will be there, so where they will be making to give you an encrypted connection through the cloud provider. And then again SLA2 again auditing is done from the cloud carrier to give you a flexible and then functional connection to the cloud consumers through with the help of the cloud providers. So SLA between cloud consumer and cloud provider is mentioned in the diagram. The same way the SLA connection is provided between cloud provider and cloud carriers. So this all represents the diagrammatic sketch of about usage scenario for cloud carriers. And then next we need to see about who are all the cloud consumers. So the cloud consumers are so software as service, platform as service, and infrastructure as service. So software as service, they are all document management, collaboration, CRM, sales, billing, ERP, human resources, social network, and then financials. So everything which comes under software as services. And infrastructure as services, which comes under storage, CDN, backup and recovery, and then compute, platform hosting, service management. These are all which comes under infrastructure as services. And platform as service, which comes under business intelligence, database, and application deployment, integration, development, and testing. So in these major areas PaaS plays a roles there. And then cloud providers, they are mentioned in the diagrams. The cloud providers major activities are they can they can provide the service deployment, service orchestration, cloud service management, and security, and then the privacy. So these are all the major roles that cloud provider will be doing it. So thank you.